Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of KISS. I'm your host, Kevin Coleman, Executive Director for Bellingham SeaFeast. And today I have Katie Hinton with Bellingham Pasta Co. Welcome, Katie.
Thank you. So glad to be here.
I know. I'm so glad you're here, too. Today we are going to be making linguine with clam sauce. Is that correct?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Easy cheesy.
We love easy and cheesy. We got the clams from Lummi Seafood Market, and they get them from Taylor Shellfish, which is down south near Chuckanut. So get a chance, go on down there, take a look, and have some good food, have some good seafood. And in the meantime, we're going to let Katie take it away and make this delicious dish. I'm looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it too.
Okay,
thanks.
great.
So let's start with the clams. You're going to get them, and usually this is what a 2-pound portion would be. You want to keep them on ice, not sealed in any plastic. They need to breathe in the fridge. But having a nice bowl of ice that they lay on is perfect. You want to just rinse them and brush them. If there's any broken ones, got a broken one there, we're going to get discarded. Sometimes there's some sand in the clam. Okay, we're just going to do that. I'm just going to take a nice clean kitchen brush. Just kind of brush them off. That'll take us a little time, but. So a couple of different choices of pasta we could do. We have plain linguine. We also have a lemon black pepper linguine. So I'm going to use lemon because it's seafood and it goes really well. So basically when you get the pasta, I like to just take it out of the container and plop it on the counter, kind of giving it a nice fluff, I call it. We are going to saute the shallots, the garlic, parsley, chili flakes, wine, and then put the clams in, cook. And as soon as the clams are done, we're going to scoop them out and finish the sauce, and then incorporate the pasta, then add the clams back in. So I like to use shallots when I cook pasta. It's traditionally what Europeans will use. It just has a really good flavor, intensity, and it cooks really well. Sometimes it's called Spanish onions. I heard they grow really well in Bellingham. I like to cut onions in half. It stabilizes them on the cutting board when you're cutting them up. Sharp knives, so important. And there's a gentleman here in Bellingham who travels around the community with his little trailer and has a great setup to get your knives sharpened. You just drop them off, and a couple hours later, they're ready. Also tucking your fingertips in a little bit, like this, helps from. So the next step is going to be the garlic. Now, I like thinly sliced garlic on this dish over crushed. I just think it looks pretty, and it'll cook a little slower. There's going to be a lot of cooking going on in the pan with the. That looks really nice. So I have about 3 of the shallots and 1 nice size garlic. You want a hot pan, cold oil. Don't heat the oil up in the pan. Let the pan heat the oil. So I'm going to put a couple tablespoons of nice, beautiful olive oil. We're going to send in the shallots. And keep the garlic out for just a minute. They cook quite fast. Smells so good. All right. A little garlic. And don't burn the garlic. Let me get some parsley. You know, you never really think about how much parsley really adds to a dish, but it really does. And it's really easy to grow. You don't have to like worry about it. Like, oh, that's right, I need parsley. Just go out to the garden and get it. Or it's just so good. Okay, it's getting nice. A little parsley. I'm gonna do some chili flakes. Little goes a long way. Brings a little heat. Just a couple pinches. A little salt. A little pepper. Okay, the pan is nice and hot. I'm going to put about a cup of wine. Be careful if you have a flame, it could light. And then go the clams. Try to go single layer if you can, not too deep. And they're going to cook for about, I don't know, 3 minutes until they open. Meanwhile, it's going to take about 3 minutes to cook the pasta. Salt the water, as salty as the Mediterranean. So I'm going to peek at the clams, see how they're doing. Oh, they're opening nicely. So you don't want to overcook the clams, they'll get really gooey and chewy. They look amazing. If there's any that did not open, you're not going to want to use those, you'll discard. I am going to scoop the clams back out and finish the sauce. It's okay to bring some stuff with you. We're going to need just the juices. And all those good juices from the clam are going to go back into the sauce as well. Set aside. I'm going to dunk my pasta. It's going to be 3 minutes. Nicely, rapidly boiling water. Give it a little tong. It's good to go. Usually by the time it comes back to a boil, it's about 3 minutes. Okay, so my sauce is now getting reduced a little bit. It can go pretty high. I'm going to add some butter. Bring that creaminess in. I think I'm going to do maybe a caper. Oh, capers and butter. Let's give the pasta a little tong. 2 more minutes. When I pour the clams back, all that juice that I took out will go back in too. A little lemon brightens it up. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's going to boil over if you don't turn it down. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. I do not recommend coladering your pasta. You just tong it from the pot into the saucepan. It's okay to bring a little bit of that starchy, salty water in. My pasta I do not salt, so you're not going to have to worry about over-salting because of the pasta. So this is when you want to just let the pasta absorb and just suck up all that great juice. Using fresh pasta, it's going to be a lot more absorbent than a dried pasta. There's more texture, and also with using eggs in my pasta, it has a high protein level, and it just absorbs the sauce so nicely. I like to finish most of my sauces with a really nice finishing olive oil, something that you won't cook with, something you use raw. It just, again, brings just a nice earthy and texture to the pasta. So I'm gonna turn the heat off at this point. This is a good time to pour yourself another glass of wine or your first glass of your wine, get the people sat at the table. I usually do all my pasta dishes family style, and it just is just so much more dramatic. I'm gonna throw the clams back in with all their good juices. Do a nice little stir. Oh, baby. Now again, there's different schools of thought on cheesing a clam dish. I've seen very well-known chefs do it and swear by it. I think it happens a lot more in Italy than people maybe think. It will add a nice kind of creaminess to it, but it's totally up to you. I would like to use Pecorino Romano. It's a sheep cheese. It has, again, a little salt to it. And just a little goes a long way, but it's just gonna bring just a little bit of that creaminess to the dish. Whoops. All right. So it's ready to platter. Look who showed up. It's plating time.
It's plating
actually,
time.
We're gonna platter it.
Yeah, okay.
Again, so fun to platter for the family or for the guests. It's just, it makes it just so much more rustic and it's so easy, and they get very impressed, I think.
And
So,
who doesn't like that?
right,
actually?
so
Yeah.
I like to kind of get the pasta in first, and then the clams will follow. And you can kind of scoop out the rest.
Ooh. The smell is just,
Yeah.
I'm salivating so bad.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And you can see there's a little cream to it, you know, like a little bit of lusciousness, I would say.
But not too much. And
No. I think I used, about a tablespoon or two of butter, so for, a big pot of parsley,
That's,
and you're good to go. All right,
Of course I'm ready.
all right. Again, if there's some clams that are not open, don't eat them.
That's right. You don't want to get
They
sick.
decided to live in the ocean.
They'll let you know when they want to be eaten.
They will. All right, there you go.
Oh my goodness. Well, that looks marvelous.
Tell me what you think.
How can I? Okay. Got my spoon, got my fork. Okay. Simple. Simple, simple, simple.
Bright.
Yeah. Not a lot. Oh, you know what we also need too?
Oh, so I recommend when you cook with wine, make sure it's the wine you want to drink. Don't skimp on the cooked wine.
Well,
And a Chardonnay, I think, really goes well with the cooking. It's oaky, it holds up. If you get something that's too light, it's not going to hold up to the dish.
no, that makes sense. Well,
So cheers.
salud.
Salud. Let me know. Okay,
Right?
I guess I should eat. Then
Yes.
drink.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Spoon and fork.
All right.
Try another little bite. I'm going to actually try the clam this time because it looks delicious. Soft. Just very savory. Very,
Really
very good.
Clams
Oh.
are delicious. Thank you, Taylor Doc.
Yeah, thank
Or
you, Taylor. Doc.
Taylor
And Lummi
Shellfish.
Seafood Market. Yeah. And thanks for just the ability to do this today with you. I really
Well,
appreciate
I want to
it.
show how simple it is
Yeah.
to make a decent, beautiful, festive meal for your family and friends, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been watching Katie Hinton with the Bellingham Pasta Company, and we've made this, well, I haven't, but she's made this delicious linguine with clam sauce and a nice little Chardonnay to go with it. And I encourage you to try this because this is super simple. I know that I'm going to be trying this in the near future because it's just easy. And, you know, when you say the shallots, I think I know the person that maybe be growing them.
Yep, he does.
So, get shallots, try it out, go get some clams, make this dish. And in the meantime, stay tuned for future episodes.
Yeah,
and you can see us. And I want to thank BECU, Alaska Gold Seafood, the Port of Bellingham, and the Community Food Co-op for making all of this possible, as well as Dockside Market. And then next time, we'll see you next time on KISS. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers.